An excerpt from my personal memoir called Living in Gratitude, The Meditation Bus. Join my Nomie at Montana Dana and I as we share commentary during this reading. Enjoy. Alright, so
what is your book about? Like, what's it called?
My book name is called Living in Gratitude,
Okay.
The Meditation Bus.
Oh, cute.
It's about
Living in gratitude. That's great.
Isn't that so perfect?
Double meanings.
What? 100%. I love me some puns. I'm gonna make a sticker that says I plant and then have a picture of me in the bus, gratitude, seeds wherever I grow.
That's cute.
Because it's like wherever I go, right? I'm in a bus, but I'm also growing wherever I go.
That's really cute.
Oh, these are all downloads at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yep. Write them down.
Okay, so thanks to the crown pandemic, everything shifted for me, for everyone. But instead of watching the news, I focused on taking care of myself, giving myself full permission to be selfish. And I was quite literally forced into isolation, as we all were. At the time, I was renting a sweet little studio I called Bougainvillea in Valley Glen.
I love you.
Do you know what I mean?
Bougainvillea?
Yeah. They were all
I
over.
love Bougainvillea.
Right over my front door. They were just like, bloop.
Yep.
Isn't that
Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea in Valley Glen, Los Angeles. So I had no complaints. I had my best friend Logan and my family nearby. I spent quality time with myself, meditating, journaling, dancing to my favorite playlist, rock climbing, and teaching private yoga virtually on Zoom. In March of 2020, at the start of the pandemic, I was also taking a 30-day relationship detox. So on top of not socializing normally, I was also not engaging in online dating. What is a 30-day relationship detox, you ask? It is a safe container I create for myself to cry, scream, be angry, be sad, and feel my emotions vulnerably without distraction. Feel all the feels. Doing all this deep inner self-reflective work as the observer of the experience. Noticing when the emotions come up and invite them in for tea and crumpets. Instead of ignoring them or externally going outside of my own thoughts, distracting myself, I made friends with my grief. Hello to my sweet grief. She is familiar. I've sat with her many times over the years. She is a dear friend that I now embrace with warm hugs when she is present.
I need to give you a hug.
I know, it's like every time I read that I get emotional. She's showing up.
She's coming.
Ah. Okay.
Does she have a name? Your grief?
I haven't given her a name, but I'll tune into that. So, 30-day detox continued. During this important sacred time, I focus on how this person has been a teacher for me in the relationship. That even though it was emotionally abusive and there were many conflicts, I was able to honor the beauty and joy that we shared together. Because I was confident in my decision to break up, I didn't feel any desire to get back together. I had this deep inner knowing that I deserved better, and I listened to it.
That's the thing.
I know.
You always have the knowing, but it's like, do you act on it? That's where I get stuck with the wrong.
Yeah. I also set a boundary with myself that literally blocked him on social media and my phone so no texts, calls, or emails would come through. In the safe container, I was able to explore finding gratitude and continue loving him for the lessons he held space for me to access.
Beautiful.
It's like, oh man. So then,
It's love. You're coming from love.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I always get tripped up because I love, but it's if you're with a toxic person, they don't necessarily, you can love them from a distance, but you don't give them your energy.
Yeah, exactly. 100% snaps. Okay, the lessons I accessed. I deserve to be loved compassionately. I am worthy. I listen to my intuition. My intuition is strong. I am connected to Source, God. Disagreements can be healthy. Man, that's
I'll give you snaps for that.
It's like, man.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Having uncomfortable conversations and stuff.
Totally, and just, I think that's so important because it's really just like, you know, oh, I'm feeling, you know, confrontation, and it's like most people are scared to share because they're like they're afraid of like how the other person's gonna act or respond, right? But it's like, no, I want to know how you're actually feeling. Meeting Samuel. So I love how every moment is so influential on the next. If I hadn't dated Anthony, I wouldn't have discovered this magical way to climb or step outside of my comfort zone with my deep love for rock climbing. So thanks, Anthony. Shouts out.
Shouts out. Totes shouts.
Right? He's gonna read this book. Probably, maybe. I mean, out of all the infinite potential possibilities, like,
it could happen.
It could happen.
Very well happen.
Part of healing my grief with Anthony was diving deep in the realms of climbing Mother Nature's walls. I bought all my own gear, made new friends, and in July of 2020, I met my sweet beloved Samuel. It was quite literally love at first sight.
Really?
Ironically,
Oh.
I'd previously heard stories but never experienced it myself until then. At the time, he had these big bushy eyebrows and a beard down to his chest, and his mustache was so long he had to move it out of the way when he ate. Yeah, he'd literally go like that and take a bite of like an apple or something. His long, luscious head of hair was so dreamy I wanted to get lost in it. So off we went to Malibu Creek in the Santa Monica Mountains.
I love Malibu
Right?
Creek.
No.
Yeah. I've hiked that so many times.
Yeah.
The waterfall
Mm-hmm.
and the swing.
Did you swim? Have you ever gone swimming?
No. I've climbed up behind the water.
So off we went to Malibu Creek in the Santa Monica Mountains to go climb some walls. Little did I know at the time my life would dramatically change, as he has been one of my greatest teachers in romantic relationships. Over the following few months, we found ourselves with our hearts wide open, deep in love. Up until this point, Samuel is the first human I've dated who was already practicing his own self-regulating tools. What are self-regulating tools, you ask?
So happy you asked.
Right?
It's so funny you're writing that way. I do that in my videos too.
Oh, you do?
So what is this, you ask? Just
Yeah.
to answer a question.
Well, because
That's
someone's gonna read that and they're gonna
They are
gonna
gonna
go
be
right
asking that.
past them
Yeah.
if they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And that's a really important aspect of like my message. Self-regulating tools are healthy habits to harmonize and accommodate your nervous system. When we practice tools like meditation and slow breathing like we do in yoga, we feel safe in our human experience. What is our human experience, you ask? My personal perspective of our human experience is living as the observer of it. We are actually God expressing self through our human experience. I am God expressing self through Liz. You are God expressing self through Dana. You know, and what I say here is you are God expressing self through you. Plants, animals, consciousness, energy, quantum particles, etc. are also God expressing self through them. Right? Can you
Amen.
Can you like when I say that, does it make sense?
Yeah, because I've read stuff about that.
Okay, awesome,
Yeah.
perfect.
I don't know if like what I believe. I
Mhm.
believe that we're all connected and we're all from the same source.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of the same.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so then what is God, you ask?
You should start with that. That should be the first line of your book. Well, just wait till chapter 3. I'll tell you.
It says, great question. And then I have a disclaimer. This is my personal perspective. Okay.
I'm just gonna get a shot.
Are you doing a video?
You're just very beautiful right
Oh.
now. You're just in your element doing your thing.
Okay, what is God, you ask? Great question. Here's a disclaimer. This is my personal perspective of what God is. I know that everyone has their own beliefs, and I honor and respect them. God is infinite potential of possibilities and nothing At the same time, right? Yes. Stop. And then I write, I'm curious, is that a hard one to swallow, or can you wrap your head around it? And that's all I got.
There could be a whole chapter on. There should be a whole chapter on.
Right?
It's like, it's the letting go too, and just trusting. That's been my process. Is I'm always so afraid of everything. Like, oh, is there an animal? Like, you know, I'm just always like super hyper conscious, and I never feel safe in my own body.
Okay.
And my whole like healing journey is just feeling safe, because I've always been like, well, I don't feel safe with that person. Like, and then the lady I'm working with, she's like, do you feel safe in your own skin? I'm like, yeah, when I'm in my cave. She's like, it's hard for me to feel safe
outside. So, what are some tools that you use for regulating your nervous system?
Well, where I always feel tension is in my throat. So I know singing is where I tell the truth, and I'm allowed to tell the truth, and it clears that pathway.
Okay.
And deep breathing, even just little things. Being out in nature is my main thing. Being out in nature. This is it. Right here. I'm regulated. No,
right?
seriously. Every time
here.
I go hiking and am out in the trees, I just nature. And little things like lighting a candle for some reason for me gets me into like a creative like flow.
Well, we also are fire moons, so
true.
That makes sense.
I'm triple Leo too.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Fire.
Watch out, coming at you.
Passion! Seriously, I have so much energy I don't know what to do with. Like, I constantly have to be extrovert energy.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
I
You're
know.
a beautiful human. No, it's
Thank you.
Your healing journey is going to help so many other people heal. I can feel it.
I'm gonna tap it in. I'm gonna tap that right in. So I learned body talk, the body talk system. Have you heard of it? So
Is it tapping?
It's tapping, yeah.
Okay.
But the body talk system really helped me like develop my structured intuition. So my structured intuition is, using both right and left hemisphere of my brain. So it's like my creative, left hemisphere, the feminine, or no, that's the masculine, right? And then the other side is like the analytical masculine, and very like making decisions. And then I tune into like my feminine, the giving, the receiving, the intuitive, the flowing, go with the flow. Now I just use them both all the time. Like they're just balanced, right? And so one of the self-regulating tools that I use is a tool called cortices. Cortices is basically like we're connecting to both hemispheres of the brain. And what's nice is we touch the brain. Do you want to do it with me? So you can hold the frontal lobe and the occipital lobe, yeah, right here. And then just take a nice deep breath here. And sigh it out. And again. And when we make that sigh, it lets our body know that we're safe and that it can relax. From there, we're going to move to the temporal lobes. And I like to give myself a little squeeze here, or like kind of like rotate the temples. And then again, just those deep breaths with the sigh. Maybe open the mouth, maybe do a lion's breath. And then
That one feels so good.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
so tight in my
for
throat.
your
all the time.
throat, yeah. And then get the parietal lobe at the top, right? Parietal lobe, and then go even deeper to like your limbic brain, which is your emotional brain, and that little amygdala that hangs out at the top of your limbic brain. That's always looking for, am I in danger?
That needs a really good massage. So I'm always like, what is that?
You gotta just start talking to your amygdala. Be like, hey, we're
cool.
We're safe
It's
right
chill.
here.
It's chill.
It's just
But
a
the thing is,
perceived threat.
It is, but then when I actually get in danger, I freeze and I can't get out. So it's like, I don't know.
So that's
It's
why
important to have it,
for you
though.
to practice when you're not in danger.
Yeah.
So then
So
we
then
do
you
tapping.
know when you're in danger.
Yeah, that's true. So when we tap the head brain, it's like, and then take another deep breath. head, brain, pay attention. We are aware. We are present. We are present in this moment. Both right and left hemisphere are communicating with each other. They're communicating with the whole body. And then we go to the heart. The heart brain, remember this by heart, and wisdom of the heart. It's like we are balanced. We are safe. We got this. We can handle anything that comes our way, emotionally, mentally, physically. And then the gut brain is like our ability to digest our experiences. So it's like if we're having a strong experience, then it's like, whoa, coming at me strong. Like, gut brain, pay attention. Are you digesting this? You know, it's like, and then we absorb the wisdom, like we absorb nutrients, food, and then we poop out the rest. We poop out what doesn't serve us, right?
Tapping.
So you're going to have a nice body talk poop later.
Oh, great. I love body talk poops. Those are my favorite.
I love when my clients tell me, I had a great poop after
my
their
God.
sessions. She's so funny.
Well, when you hold a baby, you tap their back, and that helps them poop.
Oh, it does? Nice.
Yeah.
That actually feels good.
It does. On the kidneys.
I already pooped today.
Did you?
And Logan, too.
Good for you guys.
We are on schedule. Awesome. Yay, thanks for listening.
Yeah, that was beautiful.